project's important to me because in a lot of films, women aren't portrayed particularly well. If you watch enough films where that's the case, it can be easy to almost believe that is the case, but it's not at all, obviously. These characters are really good characters, and I wanted to showcase that in this project. My name's James Wilson, and I'm an illustrator based in Bristol. So I moved to Bristol straight after uni. It's got a very strong identity about it, a very visual city. I'm a big fan of posters of straight to kind of video movies of the kind of late 80s, early 90s that essentially had to include everything almost within the cover. So they had to create kind of an exciting piece all in one image that kind of summed up the movie. It was like a visual trailer, I guess. Overly muscular dudes, huge guns, ridiculous explosions. I somehow can't seem to shake this off and have to, for some reason, draw this in my work. The first film that had a real impact on me was Alien. I was kind of obsessed with wanting to see the film. I wasn't allowed to see the film because I was too young, and that kind of increased that need to see it. And when I did see it, I was blown away by just kind of how atmospheric it was, and the fact that the creature's hidden away from most of it, you know, it lets your imagination do the work. So the Badass Ladies project started out, I'd just been to see the latest Halloween film, and I thought it was cool to see how Jamie Lee Curtis's character had evolved since the first film. She's really battle hardened in this one, and I thought that was a really interesting transition, and I thought it would be cool to make an illustration based on that. And that gave me an idea to kind of make a series, really, because a lot of my favourite films feature these really strong women, you know, stuff like The Terminator, with Sarah Connor, who again, she starts off, she's an innocent young girl, and she morphs into this, you know, absolute warrior. And Sigourney Weaver's character, Ripley in Alien. You know, they're all naturally, well, they become tough as the movie goes on. They have to be, otherwise they're not going to survive. And that's what I like. I like that it comes across as being very believable. It's not like they're just shoved in there and say, oh look, they're a woman, but they're pretty tough for a girl. It's, you know, they're a believable character. They're just a human being, you know, and they're forced into these situations where they have to be tough. The process for a piece like this, I will do some research into the film. It might be watching it, it might just be doing a few Google searches and grabbing particular images that stick out to me, thinking about like a key moment in the film that could be important to include. I want the female character to be fairly central and be the main focus of the piece, and then have some other elements around it, maybe either like a minor character or a kind of her nemesis featuring in the background, but you know, they're the ones who are kind of in the position of power, essentially.